This one Facebook ads hack has made me more than 45k in 1 month without having to spend any more money on ads. Now before I get into this hack, let me put out this disclaimer. This will not work unless you A, understand your target customer, and B, truly know how to solve their problem. Now, for context, this hack came to me out of desperation and not inspiration. I was running my own e-commerce brand called That Baby Bag, and I was spending money on ads, but I was struggling to scale my business. Every time I'd spend money on ads, yes, I'd get new customers, but I'd spend more to acquire these new customers than what they were spending on my business. And so to cut a long story short, I was losing money to get these new customers. That's when I realized that the perceived value of what it is that I was selling was lower than what I was charging for it. At the time, I was charging $100 for my product, and clearly customers didn't feel like it was worth $100, otherwise I wouldn't have struggled to sell to new customers. If the market thought that my product was worth $300, they would have easily paid $100 for it, but clearly that wasn't the case. So my two options at this point was either I decrease my prices or I increase the perceived value of what it is that I'm selling. And number one wasn't an option, because if you're in e-commerce, you know that it's all about margin. And so if I drop my prices, I'm also dropping my margins, and that's hindering my ability to scale long term. So instead, I had to increase the perceived value of what it is that I was selling. Now the problem with this was that I'd already had my money tied up in existing stock, and so I couldn't improve the product, I couldn't add new features, I couldn't improve the quality of the product, and so I was stuck. And I was trying to think of how can I increase the perceived value without actually changing the product in any way, shape or form. And that's when I realized I can improve the value of what I'm offering, not just through improving the quality of the product, but by offering more value and solving more problems. I realized that my target customers were adding this to their baby shower wish list, and most of these customers were first-time parents. So then I thought, if most of my customers are first-time parents, what other problems do they have and how else can I add value to them? So then I did some more market research and I spoke to existing customers, I went through all of my reviews, and I tried to understand how am I able to add more value without changing the product in any way. And that's when I decided to create a digital ebook. It was nothing crazy complicated or time consuming to read, it was just a digital ebook that I put together from speaking to real parents, doing my own market research, and giving them all of this information on a plate so that they were fully prepared for their first baby. This included a digital checklist so that they could check all of these things off and make sure that they were fully prepared without having to think, have I bought this or have I got that, or do I need this or do I need that? The great part about this strategy is that all you need to do this is $15. From speaking to real parents, from speaking to my customers, from doing my own market research, I put everything together in a PDF, and I hired somebody off Fiverr, a graphic designer, for $15 to create a digital cover photo for this ebook so that it actually had some value to it. You don't just want to send somebody an email with all of this information, you want to make them feel like they're buying a product. But the reality is they're getting this completely for free and it's valuable to them. Now, this is very, very important. If you're gonna do this, don't just give it to them for free with no value attached. Make sure they understand how valuable this actually is. And to do that, you wanna add this ebook to your website and you wanna attach a value to it. So in my case, this ebook was worth $20. So if you wanted to go to the website, you could actually purchase this ebook for $20, but in reality, we're making them aware that it's worth something. Because if we just give it to them, they're not gonna feel like it's valuable. And it's better for you and it's better for them if they genuinely see the value in it, because otherwise they're not actually going to read it, they're not going to pay attention, and it's not going to help actually get that new customer into your business so that they can realize how great your products truly are. Now, instead of charging $100 for a $100 bag, we were now charging $100 for a $100 bag plus a $20 ebook, and so the perceived value was that they were spending $100, but they were now getting $120 worth of value. And guess what? We started to get new customers at a low enough acquisition cost that we could actually grow the business, and that's how we grew our revenue to $45,000 in 1 month with $15 without actually spending any more money on ads than we were already spending before. But this time we were making money, and this time we were growing the business, and this helped massively not only for us, but most importantly for the customer to feel as though they were getting a good deal. Now, if you're thinking that that's great, but that's not going to work for my business, then you're wrong. Because the reality is that whilst you might be in a different market or you might have different customers, your customers still have problems. and it's your job to figure out how to solve those problems. If you own an e-commerce brand, try this today and watch the impact it has on you actually growing your business. And if you've gotten value from this video, please like, please subscribe, and I'll be posting more content similar to this on how to grow your e-commerce brand.